Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to look at this small Portulacaria afra lilliput. It's grown from a cutting. It's been in this pot for not sure how long, probably earlier this spring, so probably a good 7, 8, 9 months maybe, because we're sitting here at the end of December, so almost a year probably, but maybe not quite that long. Today I think I'm going to take it out of this container, maybe try to get it in this pot, look at some of the wire, make sure it's not digging in, because sometimes when I plant these small cuttings, I'll just loosely put some wire on just to give the trunk some shape, just let it grow. So today I'm going to look at that, do some pruning, just kind of see what we can, if we can get this started, kind of, a decent structure towards a small bonsai tree. So I initially had this rock in here just for stability. Sometimes when you plant these cuttings, they don't have much roots on them to give them support, but I can tell this one's probably got some decent roots on it now because it's pretty sturdy in the pot. So I think first we will go ahead and get it out of the container and see what kind of roots we're left with. We'll just put this tray down just to catch some of the loose soil. Just take it out of here. Let's see what we've got. Got some decent roots. They've grown into the drainage screen. See if I can get it off of there without too much damage. Might just go ahead and snip some of those off. There we go. And let's see, get some of the soil removed. I think there's enough there to work with. I think I will cut some of those back a little bit though. And I've mentioned before, but I use these big kitchen scissors to cut my roots, just because sometimes you're cutting through soil and things, and I don't want to ruin my nice pruners, so I'll just use these big, because these got thick blades on them. You can sharpen them easy. So that's what I use for kind of rough work, root work, and that kind of stuff. So I think that'll work. So let me get this tray out of the way. And just test fit the tree in the pot. Make sure it's going to fit. And we've got it's a little tight front to back. So let me see if I can just loosen up some of the soil so the roots are a little more movable. And I could put this in a bigger pot and let it continue to really grow, but I'm going to try to keep this as a small tree, so we'll get it put in this small pot. Yeah, I think that'll work. Got enough roots there where I can actually tie it in the pot good, so just trying to look and see where I want to go with this. Positioning wise. I want to lean it towards the right just a little bit, so I'll offset it. Kind of like that, I think is what I'm shooting for. But let's get the pot prepared. And this is just a little pot that I ordered off Amazon. It comes with a big drain hole in the center, but I went ahead and drilled 4 more holes in it just to be able to put wire in for support. So just roughly measure out some wire here. Should give me enough. Go ahead and do 2 of them. That way I'll have enough to cover both sides. Just feed that up in one side. And then put this one on the other side. And then I'll put a little piece of drainage screen on the bottom. Trim a little bit more off. Just like that. And then now I'll put a little soil in the bottom. That's probably enough, but we'll give it another test fit just to make sure. I think that's about the right height. Put a little bit more soil in the back so it'll tilt it forward a little bit. I think that'll work, maybe something like that. Go ahead and tie these off. Get it started with my hands, and then I'll come in with some pliers and tighten it on down. Get the back side down. Make sure I've still got it positioned where I want it. I think that's still going to work. And it's pretty stable. Go ahead and cut some of this wire off. And we'll tuck it down in the soil. There we go. And we'll go ahead and fill the rest up. Just using my fingers to compress the soil a little bit. I didn't really have, I could tell I didn't have too many air pockets just because the bottom of the root base was pretty flat. But I will just try to see if I can nestle some of it in just to be safe. I think that'll do just fine. So now let me go ahead and clean this turntable off a little bit. All right, so I like the first branch here, the second branch up here. Let's bend it a little farther towards the front. Then as we move up, I've got a back branch here, which is nice. But I have these two branches here. They're bar branches, and they're kind of in between a bend. You really don't want branches on the interior of a bend. So it's kind of both. This one's on the interior of this bend, and this one's kind of on the interior of this bend. So I think I might just go ahead and get rid of those. I do like this, having this branch in this space, but I have wire on this one, so I'm thinking I might bring this down to kind of fill this space in and use something over here for the new apex. But let's just go ahead and get rid of these first and see what that looks like. Cleaned it up a little bit. And we'll see if we can bring this guy down. It needs to come down a little bit more. Maybe this one, bring it down to I probably need to put some wire on this one just to give it some downward movement. Go ahead and prune some length off of this one. Let's see. And this is kind of a bar branch situation here. Or I could just make this the whole new top. Bring it down just a touch, just so we can get some more branching up there. Probably even a little bit more. Just to get a little more compact. This isn't going to be a finished tree by any means today, but just sometimes you got to prune it back to get it to move forward. So that's kind of what we're doing here today. Shorten some of this wire up over here. And then go ahead and shorten this branch a little bit more. And I think I'll just have this as the new top and kind of a whole canopy kind of up there. And I think I want to thicken this branch up here, so I'm going to let that continue to grow before I prune it back. I'm going to bring these back just a little more too. Just kind of balance out the growth, so both sides and the top can kind of grow back in together. I think should develop nicely. Let me take that down. Yeah, I think that'll work out just fine. I'm close to needing to take that wire off. I think I might go ahead and take this lower wire off because it's starting to bite in, but leave maybe enough up here so I can continue, because I want to leave that bend up there. So let's go ahead and try to remove some of this lower wire. See what. And if for some reason it's not holding its shape, I'll just put some new wire back on. But I think it should be fine. Loosening this up and kind of repositioning it. Doesn't look the greatest, but it'll do the trick, I think. Yeah, I think that'll work for now. And next time I look at this tree, I'll if this is thickened up some, I'll go ahead and prune that back to somewhere in there just to balance it out, and continue working on the top. And then I'll probably go ahead and remove this wire. You can see part of it was starting to bite in, so that's good that I took it off. I think this is fine up here because it's still fairly loose, so it's still loose on this branch over here, so I think we're good. Yeah, so I think that glad I got it in a pot and continue it on its journey. Yeah, and that'll be a nice little tree. Let me go ahead and give you a quick spin around. There's the front. There's the left side. There's the back. Right side. And back to the front. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.